as I understand it, is that you were blogging just about your life, and then you started talking about your grocery bill, and people realized, whoa, you are not spending very much on groceries. And that's when you started to talk about your financial decisions and couponing, and things exploded. Is that right?
Well, so I started, so my husband and I got married 12 years ago, and we had committed to stay out of debt while he went through law school. And so I was working as a mother's helper and doing these things and earning this good part-time income. And then found out one day that I was pregnant, which we were very excited about, but then realized that, I can't work anymore because I was so sick. So I just researched and researched and researched, fell into a lot of different things that were back then, kind of popular, and heard about this thing called blogging, which was so new in 2005. And so I started this little mommy blog, and people started coming and reading. First it was 12 people a day, and then 15 people a day, and pretty soon, I remember the day that I think it was like a year and a half in, and I had 500 people that came to this, and I just thought, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Mm-hmm. And like, why are people coming and reading? And so I kept blogging on that blog, and then one day, offhand comment, I said something about buying all the groceries for $17 that week. It was literally like just a little comment in a blog post, mm-hmm. and people said, how are you doing that? And so I realized that I had this skill that people wanted to know how to do. I read a lot of books. I read a lot of blogs. There wasn't really anybody that was doing what I was doing, so I found other people who were in other fields and they were doing it successfully. And then I said, what are they doing? And how can I implement that in a way that works for my blog?
Let's talk about right now, looking back over this journey where, there you were 2 years plodding along, and now, 1.5 million unique views per month.
I think that's so much of the time you hear those numbers and it just feels so overwhelming. And I want people to see that little basement apartment that my husband and I were living in, and that trying so hard to make $2 a day off of the online business, because I think we forget that when we hear these big numbers and it sounds so overwhelming and like we can't do it.
Mm-hmm. What has been the best part of that journey and the worst part?
The best part of the journey is the community that I have. I love my community. There's a lot of hard things. I think that it's hard when you put yourself out there because you are going to disappoint people. And it's hard to receive criticism and to receive critique and to receive negative comments. That's hard. And to know that you are going to disappoint people. And it's also, I think, another hard thing for me has been relationships, because when you're blogging and people read your blog, they expect you to be a kind of person, and so when they meet you in real life, then they put you up on this pedestal, and because they don't remember that blogging is just this little sliver of who you are as a person, and so they meet you in real life and they have these expectations, and then of course you dash those expectations, and so that's another thing that's been hard.
For the record, you have totally met and exceeded all of my expectations. Here are my key takeaways to success from my interview with Crystal Paine. Crystal is a great example that there is no shortcut to success. A lot of times when bloggers explode to huge levels like she did, we want to say that they got lucky, but she said she worked every day to get a new reader, and that's what everyone should do, work each day to get a new client, a new customer, a new audience member. Number 2, get educated. She spent a lot of time reading, consuming, looking at tutorials and free online courses, so look in your industry, see what's out there, and get educated on what you're trying to achieve. Number 3, she focused on small wins for a long time. It may be tempting to just focus on the big win, the big audience number, the big sponsor, but if you just focus on growing something day by day, eventually it will start to snowball like it did for Crystal. Lastly, and most important, it is obvious that Crystal Paine cares about her MoneySavingMom.com readers. It is all about her readers, helping them, inspiring them, encouraging them, and giving them the content that they want. So whoever your audience is, you really have to have a heart for what they want and how you can help them. That will be a key to your success. If you enjoyed this video, check out other videos and articles at success.com and watch my full interview with Crystal Paine at thepursuit.tv.